All right, so what's up, guys? So it's been a while. This thing's been up for about 2, 3 weeks. The Newises are doing pretty good down here. The plants not doing too bad. Again, this is a pretty low light tank, so a lot of the plants are gonna be very slow growing, and you just have to be patient. Eventually, you can put root tabs in there, but if you have a stronger light, your plants will grow faster. That's just how it works. We do finally have some fish for this tank, and I would say they're pretty rare, pretty rare find. I don't know how well you guys can see them, but in the bag. But they're definitely an uncommon find, especially in like a lot of my local shops. We don't get them around here, but they are balloon mollies, and they're basically a molly that is like a balloon. They kind of have a balloon shape. They're, like I said, relatively uncommon, and they're live bearers, and that's kind of the first reason why I bought them. They look great, but also the fact that they're live bearers, and I do want to kind of breed them in the future because a lot of my local shops don't have them. So I was like, you know what? Let's get into breeding. I've done breeding before, and breeding with live bearers is extremely easy. So these guys shouldn't be too bad. Now, this is only a 10-gallon. I would typically recommend a 20-gallon for balloon mollies, just because they get relatively sizable. They might get a little bit bigger than they are now, but you typically want to group them in around 6 and above. But right here I only have 3, and I really want them to breed, so I have a more enclosed area. If there's too much space, they won't find each other. I have two females and a male here, and that's kind of the optimal way to get them to breed. You want to have one male and a few females. That way the male doesn't just harass like one particular female the entire time. Now, I'll get into the breeding probably in another video once these guys kind of start getting into it. But just for now, let's get these guys in the tank, and I'll be back in a second. All right, so I got them in here. As you can see, they're kind of back there, grouping up. We got a few different colors. Those are the 2 females back there. I'm not sure where the male went off to. It's not a huge tank, but before these guppies, I did actually put a like a temporary female beta fish with some ghost shrimp. I'm like 90% sure all the ghost shrimp are dead, but we'll see. I think she got hungry and decided to have a little snack. These plants are doing amazing. I highly recommend to do like a plant filter like this. They'll remove all the excess nitrates, and honestly, they look great. The only kind of downside to having plants like this is you do kind of need some sort of raised light or some sort of light off the water instead of your typical hang on, because if it's flush to the tank, the plants won't get the light. So that does make the light not as intense, but in my opinion, I think it looks amazing. But look at these guys, they look great. So let me know what you guys think, and let me know if you guys want to get a how to breed balloon guppy video, something like that. Look at this dude. And they're not particularly cheap, I won't lie to you. They're like a normal guppy might cost you like $2-3. These guys will run you 6 to 8. They're a little harder to find. All right, well, that's all for today. See you next time on Ozzy Squatters.